Hello, everyone. Hi, Brooke and Evelyn. Good evening. Okay, so I popped on like 2 minutes early. We're fine. Let me get my chat pulled up here. All right, there we go. So it is Tuesday, and for some reason, I'm going to swatch 300 pencils. Um, so I'm sure a few of you have seen like the Kalour. What did they like? They originally had. They've been slowly increasing their premium pencils. It's kind of confusing. It's premium, soft touch, and expert. So it's like they have all these wacky levels in one name. Hi, Melissa and Kelly and Emma. So yeah, they've been slowly like building this setup, right? So they came out with a 72. Then they came out with the, what was it? 120, and then they came out with the 180, and then the 240. Now, don't confuse these with the black barreled ones. Those are different. How? I'm not quite sure yet. I'm trying to figure that out. I did send a message to the company asking if they could clarify what is the main differences. However, the black barreled ones seem to be their more budgety one, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait till they get back to me because it has the same wording on a lot of the packaging. So we'll see. Uh, so yeah, I have the 300 set we've got here now, and I think first things first is we need to address the elephant in the room, and that is this huge box. This tin is ridiculous. Um, yeah, like ugh, this thing is a monster. It's huge. I even broke out my ruler because I was like, holy shimoly. All right, so it's almost 12 inches long, but it's like 4.5 inches tall. It's a beast. I mean, you got to fit 300 pencils in there, but we shall see. Let's see. Hi, Sharon and Cheryl. Yep, I've never used the Kalours. So like, I guess I could have bought them as they, first came out, but I kind of didn't. And oh my gosh, this tin lid doesn't want to open. Oh, phew. Okay. So let's see. I haven't opened these myself. I just took the plastic wrapping and had like a shrink wrap on it, and it came in a box, an Amazon box with some padding, and that was it. So it looks like when you open it, they have holy crap. Way too many colors. They have all 300 colors listed here. Now, I'm not going to go in the order of this here. Instead, I actually purchased a 300 count swatch chart. It will be linked in the description below, and it is also linked. Lovely Nightbot will spam it eventually. However, a tailored image was kind enough, or maybe crazy enough, however you want to word it, to put these in color order for us. So it's a two-page swatch chart. So I'm not going to actually use their order. I've heard some people say it's kind of wacky. So it looks like it comes with a monster of a swatch chart. Oh my gosh. Hang on a sec. Let me scooch that out of the way. The tin is so tall, it's like up near my camera. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Wow. Holy moly. Well, it comes with a swatch chart. It looks like the order they start in. No, I can't even say that. They've got them in numerical order, but some of these names don't match up. But that's quite the chart. And hey, this is actually really nice paper. It's not crappy printer. It's like actually cardstock. So kudos. Now let's see what it looks like inside. So we got a little foamy thing here. I will tell you, the second I pulled the lid off, I got that chemical smell, but that's kind of the thing with the budget pencils. Now check this out. The swatch chart is in numerical order, but that's not the order the pencils come in. I'm gonna tell you right now, I absolutely hate when people or companies do that. So, good thing I'm not using that and I'm using this one because it might be a little easier, but I really hate when companies do that. So let's check out a pencil real quick. I can't even imagine. Ugh. Oh, this is going to be an adventure, everyone. Look at, I don't even know how many trays are in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. So they look a lot like the Arteza Expert pencils, color dipped end, the way they're kind of, printed on and whatnot. So we'll have to see if they feel like an Arteza Expert to me. I haven't used them, so I'm not even gonna try to get that thing back in there. All right, let me get this lid out of the way. 6 trays? No, I think there's more than 6. I don't know. We'll find out when we get to the bottom. We're going to start with tray number 1. But, I mean, to swatch them, it had to be printed on 2 pages. It couldn't be fit onto one. So, yeah, we will be doing it in the order that she has it. Oh my gosh, this is insanity. Now, the reason I started earlier than normal is because I'm swatching 300 pencils. So my husband was like, "How long are you going to stream tonight?" And I was like, "You see that case right there? I'm going to swatch that tonight." So he's like, "So I'll see you at 10." So I guess the better guess today would be, how long will this take, right? Because I don't know. I'm going to zoom in so we can kind of get a good look at the colors. All right, let's see. The 240 set has 7 trays, so she's guessing 8 or 9. We shall see if you are right. There's a lot in there. Like I said, it's like 4.5 inches tall. It's huge. Let me adjust something real quick though, because it's not quite focused. Is the word I was trying to think. So let's see if we can just get the focus. There we go. Much better. Okay. So hopefully most of them come in the order that she has them on here, but I guess we'll see. Hey, guess what? We're doing the best one first, white, and we won't even get to enjoy it unless it turns out to be some random color. So I hope you all are doing well. Everyone having a good week so far. It's only Tuesday. Ugh. No, I am not pre-sharpening these because then we would be here until next Tuesday. Wow, look at that white. Isn't that impressive? Oh, let's see. Hi, Carol. All right. So I need my rice yellow. I think what I'll do is I will do my best to I'm going to grab from what it looks like the yellows and then just swatch them, because her order is color order, but that's not the order the company has them in here. So yeah, we'll have to do it that way. Otherwise I'll be here for days. Zoom out. I could zoom out a tad. I need to, hang on a sec. What I think I'm gonna do is I need to twist my paper a little because it's kind of a little funky. Yeah, I can zoom out a little. I just had zoomed in so everyone could see the color or the colors. Okay. All right, let's get swatching and then I can adjust things. Oops, adjust things. Okay, so this is light yellow, so that one's right here. It's gonna be a hunting game. I'll go put these in order, not after the stream, but later. I was prepared. I would probably have had a case ready to go, but yeah. Not so much. Where's my brush? Okay, so that was light yellow. Oh, this is going to be all sorts of wacky. Creamy yellow. These actually are pretty smooth. And I am using my Nina 110-pound cardstock, the usual. So these look a lot like the Arteza Expert, but they're a little thinner and they definitely don't feel like them. So that can either be a positive or a negative, depending on who you are. I have a fluorescent lemon yellow. Oh, fluorescents are over here. Hi, Pearl. Do they feel like Brute Fooners? Which Brute Fooners? Because there's a few different ones. Yep, there we go. Fluorescent lemon yellow. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull them in order from the trays and then just find their corresponding box, because otherwise we'll be here forever. I'm trying to actually go in order of this chart. Interesting pencils. Cadmium yellow. Oh, now we're gonna go back over this way somewhere. It's like, where's Waldo for pencils? Oh, no, sorry, I lied. We're on this one still. Hi, Allison. So these are, yeah, like these would be soft. I reserve the word creamy solely for Prismacolor. So I can't call them creamy, but they're soft. But what's interesting is they don't have, to me, I should say, they don't feel super full of filler. But I'm gonna reserve that for a minute. Hi, Jamaican hippie. I'm gonna reserve some thoughts until we swatch a few more, because typically with like yellows and all that, pencils will feel really soft. And then I'll get into like the greens or the blues, and that's when you can kind of tell a little bit better. But right now, yeah, they're soft. And they even say or call themselves soft touch. They don't feel like the Arctics to me, if that's any help so far. We'll see where this takes us. I think Canary was over here. Yep. I do find it interesting that so far all of these have had 4+ signs for light fastness. Of course, I am not going to put much stock into the light fast ratings of a budget pencil. You do you, but it's not like I'm going to go roll out some commissioned artwork with these Kalours here. Hi, Pam. Ooh, Sydney. Well, then good morning to you. Butter yellow. Yeah, I knew they had the 240 set, and already I was like, oh my gosh, that's so many pencils. Heck, the 180 set, I was like, wow, that's a lot already. Then they came out with this 300, and I'm like, okay, fine. Fine. Let's see what this is. I am curious if they're going to keep going up to 500. Don't know if anyone else is. We'll see. Pale yellow. I would say I'd be really ticked if they just keep like increasing it, because then it kind of sucks for the people who have bought the smaller sets, unless you use them enough to where, you need a backup. But ooh, that one's got something funky on the lid there. Not sure what. Interesting. Judge by the purples and the browns, blue and lavender purples. Yeah, I mean, I tend to not do a lot of judgment with the soft colors, which typically are like the yellows, because it's just, you can't really tell a lot. But these definitely don't feel like a ton of filler is in them right now, which is nice, because I absolutely hate that. This is creme yellow. I need to increase the size of this chat thing for my eyes there. There we go. Okay, Autumn Gold. Well, I already love the name. And they have like a nice flat edge with their sharpening. But yeah, I wasn't about to break out the sharpener. Like, yeah, no. That ain't happening today. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I've been here for years. I'll sharpen a couple, like just for testing purposes, but not for swatching. Light orange yellow. I don't have the 280 set, but this is an expansion of the 280 set. So unless they change their formula, they should essentially feel like the 280, and they should also feel like the 120 and the 72. But I did send them email with a few questions. So like today, I'm just swatching them, getting some first impressions, and then I'll color with them. Not today, and do a review later, especially after I hear from them. Let's see. You got bored. I can imagine. I'm swatching 300 on a live stream so that I have company. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh, and I'll have to drink water, have some water breaks. All right, warm yellow. This one's a little off center, it looks like. But yeah, we'll just swatch them and I'll give you some first impressions, but I'm not by any means reviewing these today. I need to take some time with them. Hi to everyone I missed. Sorry, I'm looking down or finding where a color is on the chart. Well, we definitely have a lot of yellow and orangey colors, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I want to see the rest of the colors and then I'll decide. But when I see a set of 300, I'm always like, oh, I gotta check that out. Is it too many? Yes, I did swatch the 520 Brute Fooners. Was it 4 hours or 5? I even had to take a restroom break during that live stream. So, whew. Oh, no worries, Pearl. But I remember like there had to be I think like a snack break and everything. That stream was a long one. And that one was harder because there's no names on those. It's just those really tiny printed little numbers in the wood. Oh my gosh, that was pure insanity. And I was swatching teeny tiny little boxes, like itty bitty boxes, not boxes like these. And that thing still took forever. Golden orange, where are you? You're also number 60. I swear I saw you up here. Maybe I didn't. And I figured it would be here with the on this other one. You should put it with the browns. I keep cutting in and out. Am I cutting out for anyone else? Let me know. Sure. Golden orange. I'm wondering if she put this in with the brown. Yep, she did. She put it in with the browns. You've swatched your 240 3 times. Oh, okay. Golden orange. There we go. Golden orange is in with the browns, which I think is appropriate because it is a pretty rusty, fun little color. These do layer on top of one another very nice. but I'm already noticing on my smoother side of the cardstock, you only get so many layers on there. That's odd. Well, let's see if the issues with the audio persist, but I'm no longer bothering with YouTube. I'm just going through my StreamYard lately because YouTube's had a lot of issues on their studio side. That one's dirty. So I guess we'll see, but it might be just there's too many things going on and YouTube's overloaded. I don't know. It's not my internet. Those colors look freaky like. I'm not even seeing really much of a difference. Yeah, so someone else has asked if they feel like the Brute Fooners, but I'm asking which Brute Fooners. Are we talking the Black Barrel Brute Fooners or the squares or which Brute Fooners? Because Brute Fooner has a lot of different ones. Um, like would we have this dark yellow? Oh boy. Maybe it is on this one. Okay, it's dark yellow and 36. Oh, well, it's right there. Yeah, that's why I kinda wanted to swatch them, Evelyn, to see if they ended up with a lot of similar colors and then save you guys the hassle. Like, do you really if you already have the 240 set, do you really need an extra 60? If you have the 180 set, do you need to bother with these? Or I'm sorry, the 120 set is the other set that's like these, but, we'll see what they've got. But yeah, they're kinda close. At least these 2 are. Yeah, it could just be a lag on YouTube's end. YouTube's been kind of wacky. Ginger yellow, and this is prime stream time. Quite a few out there. This is definitely different than these ones. Kind of like it. These are like nice autumn colors, right? Pretty. Oh no, a metallic. Okay. Oh man, there's a lot of metallics in here. Ew. Metallic orange. Let's see, you bought the 300 set as a backup for your 240. Well, hey, I mean, you'll have those 60 extra. Oh, thanks, Pearl. And it will definitely go towards my coffee tomorrow morning, my coffee run. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I actually, what the? I normally hate metallic pencils. You guys know this by now, right? If you've watched my channel long enough, you know that I'm like, ew, metallics. But this is actually glittery. It's not gonna show on camera, I know, but, like, there's actual I can see the glitter in this metallic pencil. Oh my goodness. I'm, like, impressed. What is going on here? I wish it would show up, like, there's actual flecks of glitter getting picked up by my light. Well, alrighty then. Maybe I won't hate their metallics. I normally think metallics are a waste of lead, but that is quite interesting. Every time you reach for a metallic, you just see me cringing. It's just sometimes there's some sets out there that I'm like, "Oh, this is such a waste of space. You guys could have put something else here." Listen, I love Prisma, but even their metallics, I'm like, can we move on?" Move something else in there? Bring back something you discontinued? But yeah, that's the first time I've ever swatched a metallic pencil and been actually impressed. We shall see how the rest are, because there is like a crap ton. Okay, terracotta. Ooh, that's a cute little color. It's not really terracotta, but it's like a more of a peachy. And I do apologize if I miss anyone coming in. If I miss something you say, put it in caps, and if I still don't respond, put it in caps again. It's just I'm swatching. And so like I have to keep looking up and I may miss stuff. See, and I'm not a fan of the poly metallics personally, but that could just be, everyone's different. We're all so different in what we like with everything. Pencils, colors, let's use this. No, this is like coral. Oh, there we go. I got like coral there. Hi, Elise. I know. I want them to bring back the old school deco colors. I agree with that statement. Fussing around with those metallics and just bring back the old decos. But one thing, like with metallic pencils, with other brands, they're kind of like hard and wacky and just sometimes even like scratchy. So the one that I swatched on here, now that's just one so far, but it was actually quite soft. So I thought that was interesting. All right, so this is azalea pink. We'll see if the others are like that. Ooh, this is a really pretty color. It's not quite azalea, but whatever. Yeah, I do like that one. It's going to be so many pencils. Okay. Shallow orange. What is a shallow orange? We'll find out. It's a really light, much lighter. I guess you like can, you kind of run out of names once you get into the 300s. You're like, yeah, that looks right. We'll just call it that today. Okay. Now I got a shallow yellow. I see a theme going on here. Oh, it's up here. Yes, it is a good skin color. All right, let's see how this shallow yellow looks. Totally went out of the line there, but whatever. No one can be expected to swatch 300 pencils in a single sitting and do it perfectly. Okay. Who's Sakura? Which is down here. Let's see. It's a nice, pretty pink. I like it. So these are still soft, but again, we're still in like colors that tend to be soft. I'm telling you, blues will tell you a lot, especially darker blues. Greens. That's where you start to see it. Okay, shallow pink. Where is that one? That's up here. How much were these? It was like 50 something. They had like a little coupon, which I think was only like 8 or 10% off. I don't know, something negligible. But yeah, I bought, I think it was like 50 something. In fact, I can pull it up on my, actually, well, the link is in the description. You can click on that, but it was 50 something, I believe. Oh, thanks, Evelyn, for gifting memberships. That's so sweet of you. Okay, shadow pink. Now we're on to light pink. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Evelyn. Such a sweetheart. These may look similar, but they really aren't. There's actually a difference. A slight one, but it's still different. And we're not gonna expect, like, massive differences between the colors here because you can only do so much when you have 300 colors. Peach Puff. Oh, that's an adorable name. I love it. Peach Puff. Isn't that cute? Oh, and it's a pretty pink. It's not peach. And yes, I'm highly critical of pencil names. I don't care. It's just what I do. Like, why did we pick that name? Okay, that is ugh, that is tray number 1 done. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna set that on the floor. So now we're on to tray number 2. We're bright pink, but it looks red. Um, Hunting for the colors. All right, where the heck is this bright pink? Also number 4. Maybe looking for the number is easier than the name. Do. By the end of tonight, I'll just be seeing like double of everything. Okay, it's right there. Thing is it's like always right in front of me too. I'll be like, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Oh wow, interesting. It is a bright pink. The lead is really dark. I think it would be a really deep red, but it's not. It's indeed a bright pink. Some of these are a little dusty, but not bad. Like I've seen way worse, like castle art. So this one, a little bit of a crack in it, but nothing bad. Dark pink. Us and Huffs. I like that. Oh, you're not late. I'm gonna be here a while. I've only gotten through tray number 1. So welcome to the Swatch Fest. I was gonna do this Sunday, but then I knew it would take a couple hours and it would be a longer stream, and I had to go to the airport to get my little peanut. That's my youngest. She was gone for 10 days, and I didn't wanna risk anything overlapping too much. So that's why I bumped it from Sunday to today. And then I started it earlier because I was like, oh no, I don't want to go past my bedtime. All right, light rosy. There she is. Ooh, I like that color. It's a pretty pink. It is indeed a rosy pink. Well, I can say because Castle Art says soft touch on their pencils. These are a lot softer than that. Too lazy to grab my brush every time I swatch. Okay, and now we are on to pink. Well, that's an accurate name. How was her visit with grandma? It was actually good. She got totally spoiled. She went on a houseboat. She went to a zoo. She did come home with a cough, so she probably caught something on the airplane or something. Who knows? But she had a blast. I missed her. House just isn't the same without your baby home. And then my son, he's actually going on a river rafting trip. He leaves Thursday and they'll be gone till Saturday. So that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, okay, kids just leaving left and right. Heather Violet. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, I mean, most of these like budgety pencils, aren't made by companies in the US, and they do their best with the names. But I get a kick out of them. I mean, but gosh, nothing's better than the Felissimo names. They take the cake because they're just legitimately funny. Uh, yeah, I have never seen a pencil where I like giggle at the name. I'm just like, what is this? Okay, pastel pink. All right. Oh, I saw someone ask if anything was scratchy so far. Nope, nothing. Nothing so far is scratchy. So I do have the Kalour watercolor pencils in my watercolor pencil battle. Um, that reminds me though, there's two different sets. There's the black barreled set, and then there's the barreled set that looks exactly like this, but they're watercolor. Um, so again, I have reached out to Kalour because I'm like, hey, I'm doing this big old battle royale. I kind of need to know what the heck the difference is. Like, is it major, minor? They both say premium and expert on them, so I'm like, I don't get it. I hate it when companies do that. Oh yeah, the Brute Footer squares have names now. Yep. Wait, are they back in stock now on Amazon? I haven't been looking, so that's one of the things I've been kind of lazy on. I apologize. I'm still using natural light, so it's gonna like come in and out because like the clouds are moving around. So if it goes in and out, I apologize. But like right now it's sunny and then all of a sudden the cloud rolls over, then it's back. Yeah, Brute Finner squares were on Amazon for a while. So are they back? I haven't looked. Um, oh yeah, you do have to be a member of my channel to gift memberships. It's just I don't know why YouTube does it that way, but I guess it's because they would just assume you would want because you're already a member, you would want to gift it. But yeah. Oh, you got them from Timu. Temu? How do you say it? Fluorescent Bengal Rose. Oh boy, it's probably gonna be bright. And it's a little chipped right there, but we'll make it work. So neons and metallics are traditionally not my favorite. Emily and I did that neon challenge, and oh my gosh, I should have wore sunglasses. My eyes were burning. That is definitely a fluorescent pink. Wow. Okay, pale pink. We're gonna go back over here. Sorry, I'll have to keep changing out because it's on two different sheets. Pale pink. I do like this gal for her swatch charts, by the way. She makes them left-handed and right-handed, so that is nice. Occasionally I swap, like, I'll buy her charts to get an idea and then I change them because I don't necessarily agree with her family colors. But the thing is we all see color differently. Like what I see as a red violet doesn't necessarily mean everyone else is, and vice versa. So I always recommend, like, if you want, get a start with a chart that someone's made and then adjust it to how your eyes see the color because we all see it so differently. Oh, my nails, thank you. I'm getting them done on Friday though. They're growing out. And I'm all zoomed in so you can see that now. All right, bright red, which is right in the middle of the pinks. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's not bright red. What about magenta? Although I swear I saw the word magenta somewhere in here. It's not bad. It's pretty similar to these other pinks right here, but not Not exact. Very interesting though. Let's see. I cannot say that that blue without butchering it. Fluorescent. We're now on fluorescent pink. Oh my, more fluorescence. I wish I loved neons, but yeah, it's hard for me to look. I think it's honestly the brightness. So it's too bright. I mean, there's a way to make them pretty, and people use them all the time. It's just not a thing. Oh my gosh, this is neon. Oh, all right. This is fluorescent peach red. I wish the camera would pick it up. This pencil is like glowing right now in the sunlight. Whew. They weren't joking about that fluorescent color there. This one's a little scratchy. That's not really uncommon with neons, just fun fact. Oh my gosh, that's bright. Okay. Then we have fluorescent rose pink. It's almost like it's kind of like a coralish color. It's like coral and fluorescent orange made a baby. That's pretty much what we're getting there. Okay, and then we have another fluorescent color. Let's get a bunch of them knocked out. Fluorescent orange red. I have the Kalour watercolor pencils, which are the barrels of the single color ones. So similar to these, yeah. I'm just trying to find out, like, if I need to test both the black barrel and the single ones, or if they're just like screwing with us and having a bunch of sets out there for funsies. But I'm pretty like I know there's a difference between the black barrel and these. It's just I don't know how much of a difference. Okay, now we're back to normal-ish color. Okay, orange. There we go. It's right there. I don't like the filler in Prisma's neons. Yeah, they do actually have a lot of filler in their neons. Their electric blue, I actually enjoy their electric blue, but their neons I rarely use. Even making a sunset, I have found ways to not use those. I'm like, "Oh, look, I can get away with it." Ooh, bougainvillea, bright orange. Okay, right there. And then we have bright orange red right after it. Yeah, so far they're still really smooth, other than the neons. Like I said, those were a little scratchy, but we'll see whenever I make it to more pigmented colors. But these don't feel super full of fillers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, that makes sense actually to like store them in numerical order, because I have a lot of pencils I store in numerical order, like my Black Widows, for example. I put those in numerical order because holy shimoly, in color order, especially with all the black barrels, it's just too much of a pain. So they're stored in numerical order, but my chart is in color family order. I don't do that with my Prismas, but that's because I've got a wacky system with my Prismas that works for me. So, but yeah, I mean, with big sets or in general, it's not a bad idea to put them in numerical order and just have your chart in the whatever color family order you want. Um, there's always a big debate. Should your chart start with red or should it start in with white and go into the yellows, oranges, and reds? Some people prefer it to go like the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, just like, the rainbow. So I always find it interesting which way people go. All right, orange, red. I need a drink of water. Whew. You like the white to yellow. Here we go, orange, red. Ooh, that's not too bad of a color. It's actually a nice blend there. Especially if you're new to coloring, that would make a nice little easy blend. Easy to transition. Rainbow order. Looks like a lot of you do start at white and go down. Let's see, red. Oh, there we are. Oh no, got a little dust down there. I don't want to get that on there. This is in fact red. Do you guys ever like crack up, right? So we'll have like all these creative names or even long names, and then you'll just come to red. Just- and orange. And you're like, well, and it's just, I don't know why, but I get a kick out of that. It's so silly. Trust me, I'm aware. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's see. Except for the Arctics, I'm really struggling. I'm doing a color along with the Arctics right now, but I'm not a big fan of the Arctics. I just I want to love them because they're not too expensive and they've got some great features, but I am just not. I don't know. I keep trying and I'm like, I hate these things. But it just we're all different. Just sucks when you really, really want to love a pencil. Okay, carmine red. Like most of mine are in or not most of mine. My pencils are all swatched in color family order. But the way I store them in their cases depends on how I use them. So, like with my Derwent Pro Color, I actually have them sorted by how I do hair because that's what I use them for. So, we all have a method to our madness, right? Okay, this color is supposedly peach. That does not look peachy, but I guess we'll find out. Because peach is right here in the middle of the reds. Um, oh, you don't even know what you love yet? That's fine. It actually takes a lot of time to figure out pencil you really enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that at all, actually. Try them all, see what you like, and don't ever feel like you have to just use a pencil because that's what's popular. Like, I love my Prismas. I'll never trade them. Ever, ever. Okay. Peach red. Are you over here, or are you with the more pinkish colors? Yep, you're with the pinkish colors. Yeah, a lot of the Chinese pencils do come in like a rainbow order, but well, there's some that don't though. But quite a few do. I noticed quite a few have a chip on the lid, but it could just be because, like, these weren't like packaged crazy. They were just in the tin, and there isn't any felt in between the layers, so it's just that. Well, I don't even want to call that felt. It's like that little cheap foamy thing. It was between the lid and the first layer. Huh. That's a really pretty selection of pink. Okay, metallic. Oh, we're on to another metallic. Let's see if this one is as sparkly. Oh my gosh, I love glitter. A metallic red. It is glittery. What is up with this brand? This is so cool. They need to just sell their metallics on their own. Straight up, standalone. Let's do it. It's got glitter. Literal glitter. Wow. I'm like so amused by that. That is nuts. Let's see, Allison, I recently tried the Amazon Basic 72 set. You're giving them away. Um, the Amazon Basics, though, I have to say, are not bad for the price. So, oh, my dogs are fighting. Oop, someone's down there. Cadmium red. Yeah, I mean, the Amazon Basics aren't too bad. They are not like Prisma, though. I've seen some people call them Prisma dupes. I'm like, no, 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 no. Let's not go that far. Uh, they're definitely not as pigmented. They take a little more work, but they are still pretty decent for the price. Let's see. Oh, we're right here. Okay. That's not too bad of a color either. They probably look similar right now, but they really aren't. Slight differences, very slight. And after the stream, because I mean, stream quality, depending on, your internet connection and whatnot, I'll take a picture after the stream just so you guys can see. Actually, I might have to wait till morning depending on how late it is, but I'll make sure to get a picture so you guys can see it. Deep pink. Well, maybe it's in the reds. Oh, it is in the reds. Yes, there's nothing like Prismas. Um, let's see. Crystals, the colors remind her of the crazy art. I haven't tried crazy arts, so I couldn't say. Um, but yeah. I see, and that's the funny thing. I actually tell people I find Prismas to be a budget pencil. I'm like, they really are. Come on, it's like barely a buck something for open stock. And it's still they have still a surprising number with great light fast ratings. I feel like it's just the quality issues really hurt Prisma. They are a great pencil, and I will fight to the end for those things. Oh, here we go. We're up here. Yeah, so they are pretty full of filler, obviously, that and they don't have a lot of pigment, so you'll get a lot of wax buildup and nastiness before you actually get your color. However, the Amazon Basics work well if you aren't the layering type. So if you're a little more heavy-handed and you don't layer and instead you just blend and smush, you'll find that the Amazon Basics perform a lot better for you. Just little fact there. Or dark brownish red. Oh, go back way down here. Um, the old Light Fast series. I want to get my hands on those types. I want to get some charisma colors, but I don't want to spend the money that's required. I mean, you're getting them off eBay and stuff. Huh, that's actually a nice color. I really like that one. That would make a gorgeous red hair color. Oh my gosh, we have finished tray number 2. Now we are on to tray number 3. And it jumps right into the blues on tray number 3. That's interesting. Okay, pale blue. So we're gonna be over here. Maybe. Where are you? There you are. Interesting way they jump like that. Good thing I'm not swatching the way they're well, one, the swatch card it comes with isn't even the order they're in the in here, so that's kinda wacky. That's a pretty blue. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Prismas, though, is I'm actually really heavy-handed with my Prismas, and um, I don't layer them quite often, and I don't get wax bloom. So it's really just it's how you use them and a few other things, so depends. But, I mean, I've been using Prismas for years, and I don't do light layers ever. Ever. I like even with skin, I try to get, like, as few layers required as possible, but I don't get wax bloom. But kind of like what Evelyn said, just wiping them down. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty blue. We'll see how these darker blues once we get to them. And we have light primary blue. All right, Pam, thanks for coming. Yes, Prismas can be smushed, they can be layered. Um, it's quite funny because I had some people that were like, "Well, I can't use these because you can't layer Prisma," and I'm like, "Have you ever watched Chris Chang? Go watch that woman. She layers the heck out of those Prismas just fine. They can be layered. They can. It's just they're a very opaque pencil, and that's what I think turns some people off is the opacity. Empress Blue. But that's what's great because I enjoy the opacity because I'm a smoosher and not a layerer. Wow, that's rough. Yes, Karen does layer them too. She does. Not quite as much as Chris Chang, but she does quite a few layers as well. This is intense blue. Well, I will be the judge of that. Yeah. Her color alongs are amazing though. But yeah, when she goes back, you're like, "Wait, no, I already did this part. It's done. It looks done to me." But then if you follow what she does, it looks like even better, and you're like, "Okay, you're right. That 20th layer was necessary." He is a magic worker. Okay, now we're back to fluorescent. Fluorescent light blue. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually sharpen this one because it got all I did see her use polys once, and I was like, "What is going on?" But she's normally strictly Prismas. She has a few poly videos, though. If you deep dive in there wow, this one's really scratchy, by the way. Kinda icky feeling, too. And it's really not that fluorescent. Ugh, just doesn't wanna lay down. Alright. Oh, yeah, you should check her out. Even if you don't wanna follow along, like, just watching her is relaxing. Incredibly talented. You wanna do one of her color alongs, go back, like, a year or 2. It's her the one she's, like, throwing out today, even I'm like, "Ooh, that's too much for me." But she has some good ones. In fact, I learned how to color wood grain years ago from her, watching a tutorial. Sky blue. And the nice thing is you can just, like, watch for certain things, like, if you wanna know how to do grass or, like, like I said, the wood grain. You can pick up, like, some color combos and her technique, or you can do the full color along. But, yeah, the first time I was coloring wood grain, I just watched one of her romantic country color alongs, and that's where I picked it up. Okay, this one is called Blue. A coconut facial mask. Uh, both of the Karens on YouTube are amazing. There's Zucchini Kitty Karen, well, that one I dare someone to say a few times fast. And then there's My Colorful Country Life Karen, and both of them are very, very talented. I absolutely love watching both of them, and Zucchini Kitty, oh my gosh, she is just so relaxing to watch. Like, if you're stressed out and having a bad day, just go watch one of, like, her color alongs. You just, like, instantly are just, you're at ease. I don't know. She's just so incredibly relaxing to watch. That's not really neonish to me, but whatever. But again, it still has that funky, there's something in their fluorescence that I am not liking at all. Even on the ones that aren't really fluorescent, there's something weird. Gla Glasses on over your coconut mask. Um, primary. Oh, there we go. Primary blue. I have this, mask that I use once a week, and it's like it dries a bright green. I swear my kids always walk in when I have it on. Like, no other time of the day do you bother me, but when I have this on, you come in and then go, "What's on your face? Why do you look weird?" Here I am thinking, "I'm wearing this so I don't look weird." Once I take this off, my skin's supposed to magically fix itself. Light blue. This is more like a periwinkle-ish color, but still pretty. I was looking to see if they had periwinkle. I don't see a periwinkle yet, but who knows? There's like 300 on here, so. Ooh, we have another metallic. Let's see if this one's all glittery. Um, yeah, they're not looking nice on camera, and they're really not looking nice in person. So, it's not just the camera. Alright, let's see how this metallic one is. The metallics are soft. They're not scratchy like most brands, and they have glitter. They actually sparkle. Wow, I'm gonna have to, like, write them a love letter about their metallics. Be like, "Oh my gosh, you made my day. It sparkled." Okay. Oh, yes, Karen Valentine, the 3rd Karen. Karen's actually a good friend of mine. I need to check in on her in a hot minute. She does amazing, amazing portraits. In fact, um, how she and I became friends was one time I sent her a message and I was like, "I need help. Help me do this skin. What color should I use?" She's awesome, awesome lady. Ooh, I love this color. It's very pretty. Oh, you're fine, Melissa. You just reminded me. The only reason this could get confusing. So there's cyan and cyan blue. So don't screw that up. Um, Karen's been she switched more to art and stuff. In fact, a while back I had her do a portrait of Scout, my husky, and it is so freaky realistic. She's so talented. Oh, Amazing. Oh, I hope you feel better, Elise. I'm sorry you're not feeling too good. Oh, and the smoke, yeah, I've heard, like, the smoke is getting really bad out there for people. Oh, the zoo over down here. I haven't checked, on the news, but is the fire close to being contained, or is it still this is scratchy. Pencil is definitely scratchy, which is quite a bummer because it's a gorgeous color. Ah, but it's very scratchy. You might just need a sharpen, I don't know. Oh gosh, that was major scratch. Let's see. Okay, good night, Doug. Thanks for hanging out. And hi, Marilyn. Lurk away. I mean, I'm swatching. Swatching away. I can't lurk because I got to watch. All right, so now we're on this site. Ooh, this one has 5 plus signs. I haven't even looked to see what their whole rating system is. But again, not going to put a lot of stock into a budget pencil's light fast rating. It's a pretty color though, I must say. So a few of these blues, I am noticing a little bit of a scratch tone. Wow, they really wanted to stick with that, didn't they? Okay, now we're on the light cyan blue. Oh, that's a pretty color. Don't even have to swatch it all the way to know it's pretty. So the ones that are scratchy, I'm noticing they're scratchy just, when you first lay them down, but then when I come back over, it's not. But still, because I don't layer a lot, I don't want any scratch. No, they don't sell the metallic separately that I saw, but maybe they should. Let's see. I tried to watch and swatch 3 different times now, but my 2-year-old keeps stealing my pencils. Ah. Oh, yeah, they do match my nails kinda, huh? This one's actually really close to my nail, look at that. Alright, deep blue, like the ocean. Wait, man, I gotta double check now because 'cause I've noticed that they have a few names they like to repurpose, but they'll just add, like, light or something after, so I wanna make sure the numbers are matching up as well, because nothing worse than swatching in the wrong box, especially 300 boxes. Dodger blue, oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to send a picture of that one to my, brother-in-law. Be like, "Look, there's a pencil for you." In fact, I'm gonna leave that out on my desk to remind myself. Okay, LA Dodger fans, is it a genuine Dodger blue? Actually pretty close. I'll have to send it to my mom as a joke because she's a Giants fan. I'm literally leaving that off to the side to send to family later. Okay, navy blue. Let's see, they have a cooler or a metallic set. Well, that's good. Wait, with 50 colors. Because if it's 50 colors they have in a set, then the 50 aren't in this 300 set. So that would be interesting. Alright, navy blue. Alright. Alright. There it is. Oh, I had to eat dinner early. My husband took the kids to the pool, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna cook dinner for you guys, and I'll just leave it in the oven to warm, but I gotta eat early because 'cause I'm gonna go swatch some pencils, and I'm not doing that on an empty stomach." Oh, the hanger would get real, especially 300 pencils in. All right, denim blue right there. Oh, neon with metallic? That would make sense because that looks more likely, yeah. Um, but 'cause yeah, in this set, there's not 50 metallics. So that would kinda suck. 'Cause then you're like, "Wait, now I gotta go buy another set?" One thing I do wanna check, I'll have to compare this to, their pastels. Don't I swear I have a pastel set from them, don't I? I don't know, they're all blending together now. This one, by the way, is very scratchy, this denim blue. Ugh. There's a 50 metallic set. Is it Are they, full color barrels like this, or are they black barrels? They do have a pastel set, okay, I'm not losing my mind. So one thing I will do is look at my pastel set. I know I've got them, and see if those colors are in here. Because if not, well, then what the heck, Kalour, what are we doing? So they have a 50 metallic set in the full color barrel. Okay, so they don't have 50 metallics in this 300 set, so that's kinda interesting. Makes you wonder what else they're leaving out. And also that's kinda dumb. 'Cause if you buy a 300 set, you assume you're getting all the pencils out there. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find my swatch chart for the pastels and see if those are in here. Or if anyone already has the 300 set, let me know. See, dark Prussian blue. Oh, there it is. Hi, Lillian. Let's see, the black barrel one and the red tin aren't sparkling. Yeah, I know there's a difference between the 2, but like I said, I'm trying to get from the company, like, what is the biggest differences? Like, are we talking, like, full out different pigments used? I mean, they're not very clear on their website. But again, it's one of those companies that it's like they're trying to find themselves too, I've noticed, with the way they're going with these sets. I'm like, "This is interesting." But the watercolor pencil one is the one I'm really itching to find out. It's like, do I need to buy both sets or not? By the way, this color ink blue is scratchy. But like I said, that tends to be where you find the scratchy ones or in the blues, the darker blues, which sucks because I love blues. All right, brilliant blue. Of course, after swatching all these, I may not love blue as much anymore. Yeah, okay. The number matches up. Well, sounds like we're getting a windstorm outside. Groovy. I don't know about you guys, but we have been getting a lot of summer storms. It's getting kind of obnoxious. Okay. This one is cobalt blue, one of my favorite colors in watercolor. Ooh, this one's actually a nice smooth blue, which is weird because it's so dark. Now, some of these could be scratchy because I need to sharpen them. Like I said, I'm taking them straight out of the case. And sometimes there are like little residue and ickies left on your pencil from manufacturing. So do keep that in mind. But most of the time, if it's scratchy, it's going to be scratchy even after I sharpen it. Sapphire. Oh, there you are. Hi, Wickabella. You use the 300 count set on your daily sketches? That's That would be a good way to use them. I'm sitting here like, how am I gonna use these? Maybe I'll get like a Kirby page and challenge myself to use every single pencil. No, I can't do that. My OCD wouldn't let me. You know how Sarah Renee Clark will use like every single blue item like she owns, right down to highlighters. Oh, I don't know how she does it. And it still turns out looking awesome. But like I can't do that. Let's see. Royal blue. I know I saw you. Where are you? It's gonna be like right in front of me. I know it. Oh, there it is. Oh, the 72 set. Well, still, that's fun. So these blues are fairly similar. Like these two right here, navy and brilliant, are pretty close to one another. It'll be interesting once they're all done to kind of compare. And again, like you have to keep in mind, like what shows up on camera isn't necessarily what's coming on my end. Because like these two look very similar, but they're not to like in person, I should say. But on my screen, it does. Green. Oh, there we are. Really like that cobalt blue. I use every medium I have in one color. Like you've done that? Oh, I can't. I can't. Nope, nope. I mean, it's such a cool like experiment, and it would be so fun. I can't. It took me years just to allow different pencil brands to mingle together on the same page. I was like, no, those those light fast can't touch those loomies. Okay. So that is tray number what, 3? Oh my. Wow, 3 trays down. And then we jump right into the greens, but we haven't even swatched all the blues. So that's really weird system. Okay. All right, fluorescent green. Oh, there it is. And again, yeah, these fluorescents are, well, for lack of a better way to put it, complete crap. I'm sorry to say. Like they don't even blend together. The color literally separates as you're putting it down. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. All right. Fluorescent yellow green. Tray 3 out of 9, maybe. I don't know. We had a guessing game on how many trays there were. I believe the guesses were 8 and 9. Oh, this one's actually nice. This fluorescent yellow green is laying down like a normal pencil, but it's also a lighter color, so keep that in mind. Okay, light yellowish green. Now we're moving on to um where are my greens? Oh, are greens on this one? Yep, they are. This is some wacky order they got. Okay, so light yellowish green is right there. All right. Let's see how this one is. I mean, so far these are pretty colors. Do you need 300 pencils? No. I mean, in all honesty, you don't even need 70, but who wants to layer and mix colors? I don't. Okay, dark yellowish green. Kind of like with watercolors. I could make my own greens, but I prefer convenience mixes. And that's how I look at it with pencils. If I can get a color that's already done for me, then great, because I'm not the layering type. And then with watercolor, I'm just legit too lazy to sit there and mix it. All right, yellowish green. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the 500 pencils. So those 520 brute fooners, I actually gave to my kids. I think I mentioned that in my pencil collection video that I was giving them to my kids, but yeah, I put them all in one box because they came in those 2 boxes, and I gave them to the kids, and I was like, "Well, here you go. If you lose a green, it's not a big deal. There's like 80 more, so have fun." So they have those now. Fresh green. Oh, there it is. We're feeling fresh. So Bo Beanie, myself and Emily Illustrator did a neon challenge live stream not too long ago, but that's the only time I've ever forced and or challenged myself to use them. And it was Emily's fault. She made me. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So the Brewfiner 520s really aren't bad. It was just that I didn't ever use them. I didn't have a reason to. Apple green here, by the way. And so I gave them to the kids, but the pencils weren't too bad. I mean, they were full of filler, though. Don't get me wrong. The filler was real in those things, but yeah, I gave them to my kids. But I mean, for the price you pay per pencil, I mean, it was insanely cheap. Oh, all right. Now we're on middle yellowish green. Why do we got to do that? All right. Was that yes, so the neons definitely would be better than the thumb challenge. I did not participate in the thumb challenge, but I'm just gonna say yes, it would be. Yeah, we each completed the opposite side and we didn't plan that at all. It was like, "Oh, look what we did." Made it a lot easier because then neither of us were in a rush to finish our page to share our buddy color on, Instagram. So I was like, "Wee-hoo." I don't have to sit here and go blind finishing this. But again, it wasn't planned either. It was just a total happy little mistake. Not a mistake, just coincidence. There we go. Brilliant green. Let's see. Are Black Widow, Starjoy Gold, or Castle Arts better quality than Kalour? I can't really tell you because this is my first time using Kalour. However, just from using these right now, these don't quite feel as like the Starjoy Gold. The Starjoy Gold are a little softer, but also have more filler, that I feel in them when I'm using them, and they really wear down quickly. Black Widow are harder than these ones for sure, I would say. And then Castle Art, if you're talking like the Castle Art, um, soft touch, those are a little more dusty and hard than these. And then the golds are, well, not worth it, the Castle Art golds. Don't don't waste your money. They're an okay pencil, but they're way overpriced. But Starjoy Gold and Castle Art Gold are oil-based. Yes, both have wax and oil, but they are predominantly oil, whereas the others are wax leaning. So you also have to keep that in mind. All right, light green. I enjoy Black Widows. Um, yeah, like if I had to pick between those three, then I'd do Black Widow. The square brutes are also excellent, although it's hard to keep recommending those when they're not in stock on Amazon. but hopefully they come back in stock soon. Ooh, that is a lovely green. Reminds me of the apple green from Prisma. Right, spring green. Yeah, like the Castle Arts. I have both sets, the gold and the regular, and I have their watercolor ones. I'm not a Castle Art fan. I actually don't mind their Castle Art gold, and I love the Castle Art pastel tint, to be completely honest. However, both are way overpriced, so it's hard for me to recommend them because it's not worth the money. So if they would, like, I don't know, shave some dollars off of those, then I would say yes, go get those. The Castle Art Soft Touch, I absolutely loathe those pencils. Like legit loathe. Hi, Painting with Pitties and Renee. But yeah, I do love my Black Widows. In fact, I'm using some to color a brown hair color. I love using Black Widow for hair. Not as much as my pro colors, but they are up there. This color's kind of scratchy and funky. Just a little bit different than the light green. Ooh, fruit green. This better be a fun color. Yeah, first of all, we gotta find it, don't we? We got a pear green, a kiwi green, but I need a fruit green. Where would that be? Oh, up here. So far, I would say these aren't bad, honestly. I have swatched way worse. Ooh, this one's sharpened kind of wacky. But no, these aren't bad at all. I mean, I've got a few more trays to go, so, but so far not too shabby. This one is like incredibly scratchy though, this one here, but it also has a weird chip on it. So I don't know if I would call that a fruit green, but okay. Let's see. Hi, Carol. I saw another question, but I missed it. I think the chat moved a little too quick. Yeah, the Black Widows, the thing or the reason I like them. Ooh, another metallic. I'm like actually excited. Um, yeah, the reason I really like the Black Widows is they're soft but not super soft. And they flick out really nicely. Not all pencils can flick properly for hair. Like they'll either not give you enough pigment, so you're just like fighting the pencil, or they'll build up too quickly, so you won't get the texture. Oh my gosh, it has glitter in it. I'm never gonna get over that. Um, but yeah, I really do like the way the Black Widows perform when it comes to hair. Okay, now we're on minty green. Oh, okay, there it is. I see it. You have the 20 set of Loomies. You mean the portrait 20 set or the regular 20 set? Um, if I got the oh, never mind. Then I got to read the rest of the question because then you just said if I got the 20 portrait set, would those 40 colors be a good selection? Yes and no, because the portrait set is actually like it has some non like because people assume the portrait set is all for skin tones, but it's not. So it has some other colors in there that may feel like you have some gaps. That said, you can always layer and create a nice little blend with them. But you may need to buy a few open stock to fill some of your gaps. It just depends on your coloring style, I should say. I mean, you could technically color a whole portrait with their portrait set. In fact, someone did that, a video on that. Light jade green. But yeah, there will be some color gaps between those. Oh, Loomies. That's a really pretty green. I like it. Um, yeah, you don't want the full set. You just want a nice selection. I keep meaning to make a video of which light fast and which Loomies to buy to make a good combo set because they really complement one another. I just haven't gotten around to it because it is going to take me. Oh, I'm going back into the blues now. It's going to take me a while because I got to go through them all. But I will try to move that up on my list of things to do. Light aqua green. Ooh, I like that color. Then again, there was never a teal slash aqua color that I've not liked. So easily sold. All right, light emerald green. Let's see. My favorite brand of colored pencils is Prisma. Prisma. So always Prisma. The mint green looks like an olive. It's actually no, it's quite minty. It might just be the lighting. It's quite minty. I would say it's a good mint. All right, here's this light emerald. Ooh, I like that one too. So far, I do like the color order that she has put her chart in. Once it's all filled out, though, then we'll see. But so far, it's looking pretty good. All right, aqua green. This one's a little scratchy. That's still a pretty color. Polychromos, hands down. Polys are good. Don't get me wrong. I use my polys quite a bit, but if I had to pick just one, it will always be Prisma. Yes, it was Claire. Thank you. Color with Claire is the portrait set. I colored the whole thing with it. But even she mentioned in her video that it was kind of rough. So, phthalo green. Not quite the phthalo green I'm used to from watercolors, but it's there-ish. It's a little bit more green leaning than blue leaning. Of course, phthalo green comes in green shade, red shade, blue shade. So yeah, if you're used to watercolors, that is. Hi, Steven. You prefer Prismas for their opacity? Yes, exactly. Well, other than I don't use them on black paper, but I do love the opacity. Leslie loves Prismas, which is why I also love Leslie now. Uh, oh yeah, the polys in some of Johanna's books are. Oh, now we're switching back to the green side. Let's see, color by Brandy. So if you're not sure when it comes to like an artist grade expensive pencil, buy some open stock and test them out that way, or buy a 12 count set or something. But everyone is so unique. Like it's really hard because if someone says, Prismas are their favorite, you have to ask, well, okay, what's their style? How do they use their Prismas? What kind of paper do they use the Prismas on? It goes for any pencil. Like, are you heavy-handed? Light-handed, do you layer? Do you smush? Do you use blender pencils? Do you use smooth cardstock? Do you use toothy cardstock? You can see where I'm going with this. Like, we're all so different that it could never be like I can tell people, like, so when I do my reviews, I give you my opinion and say what I think and what they work on for me, but at the end of the day, it's you gotta try it yourself. I give you as much info as I can give you to point you whichever way you wanna go. Coconut green. What the heck? This is an interesting one. Where is the coconut green? Oh, it's right there. I saw. Do you like the colors better on camera or in real life? I mean, the colors are looking good in person for sure, and that's why I'll definitely take a picture after the stream because, like I said, depending on connection and all that, it could be looking different on your end. Because even what looks on my screen might be different for you guys. And I am streaming in 1080p. Ooh, fancy. Let's see, leaf green is right there. Okay. Yeah, this one's like a little bit scratchy. Not enjoying that. It's scratchy and it's a little dusty. These do have a smell to them, but it's kind of expected with these types of pencils. Oh, let's see. Okay, dark green. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I always just say go grab some open stock if you can. If the pencil doesn't or the company doesn't come in open stock, then get a small set. Or find a friend who owns them who would be nice enough to let you borrow them for a sec. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone that lives near me that has pencils. So, gotta do it myself. All right, jade green. Oh, that's right there. Yeah, you can buy buy open stock in a color blend you like. If you're buying open stock, you want to get colors that you can blend together anyway, because it wouldn't make much sense like to get a bunch of random colors. You wouldn't get a good test. However, I still recommend getting at least something, from each family. But if you go to like Blick, you can actually just take the pencil and test it on their paper and see what you think of it. Um, and always test some of the darker colors and see how they feel because some of those can get icky. Mint. This one's mint. This is very confusing. So they have mint green light, and then mint. So you really have to pay attention. Okay. Ew, this one's. I'm gonna sharpen this one and see if it takes away the scratchy. It's yeah, I mean, it's the chemical smell you get with a lot of the budget pencils that, yeah, most of them are manufactured in China. It's just a funky, I don't know if it's like the finish they put on them that's causing the smell or what it is. It's not pleasant, but it's also, it goes away pretty quickly. grass green. Like if you leave the set open, although I take that back, there are a few cheap sets where that smell just never goes away. Oh, it's right there. Do I use an extender? I actually, for Prismas, I just tape them together. So I tape my little nib to the end of the longer one, and then I just keep using them. So that's how I roll. But it's because I can't stand pencil extenders. I hate those things. Hate them. Like, but quite a few people use the extenders. Okay, almost through this tray. Lawn green. Okay, lawn. There are a lot of greens, and they're actually not too close to one another. Oh, I'm so sorry if you guys can hear the dogs. They're getting hyper. I'll look at the Derwent ones and see. I haven't tried those ones. Oh, medium sea green. This one's got like a little printing. And let me take a drink of water real quick. Okay. Medium sea green. I know I had you somewhere. Where did you go? There you go. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't tried those ones. I'll have to give them a shot and see. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the huskies talking. They tend to get a little hyper around this time. Okay. Hey, we got bean green. Good night, Pearl. Oh, I'm sorry you're in the hospital though. I hope everything's okay. And thank you for watching. But I hope you're okay. At least they gave you the good stuff for sleep, right? The one benefit of being there. It's not too bad of a green. A bean green. Okay. Let me get this tray out. Okay, so what is that? Tray number 4? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've done 4 trays. We're on tray number 5, which jumps over to purple. Interesting. Okay, so let's grab my purples. I wish Prismas would come in a set of 300 too. I would be in heaven. Although I'll be honest with you, Prisma is the only set where I've got 150 and there's nothing I'm like I feel like I'm missing. I never look at my set and go, "Gosh, I wish this color was there." And it's a very well-balanced palette. Like they have the perfect balance of those light blues in there and everything. I always, when I'm like looking at other pencils, compare their palette to the Prisma palette and not like kind of think that way. Okay, violet. Let's see, Evelyn, you like the classics, but not the experts, huh? I'm not a fan of the experts. I find them, they honestly feel like a crayon. I don't know. They're too waxy for me. And that's coming from a Prisma lover, but yeah, there's something with them I just don't like. I keep trying. But once I finish my reviews on all of my pencil sets, I think I mentioned it in my collection video, but I'm gonna start destashing a lot of my pencils. Okay, fluorescent purple. Oh, it's right there. See how this one lays down. Oh, no, this one's doing it too, where it just gets all separated and gross and nasty. Weird. Let's see if I just add a few layers on top. Nope, it won't even blend. Yeah, there's something up with their fluorescence. I don't like it. Let's see, would Prisma be a preference with the Kalour color or something else? I don't understand the question, sorry. Um, yeah, I know, every time I go for another fluorescent, I'm like, "Well, that's not even better." Medium orchid, where are you? You are right there. Yeah, the fluorescents are just, well, gross. Do you get a lot of fluorescents in the 240 set? 'Cause if so, that's good to know. Hmm, that's not too bad. Okay, now we're on to light orchid. Now I know these look a lot like the Artezas, with the styling, but they're thinner feeling. But I actually like the feel of them. They're lightweight, but they're not so thin to where you like go, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break this thing if I press hard." It's not like that. It's just that they're definitely a thinner barrel. At least I feel that way. No, Prismas are nothing like these pencils that I am using right now, whatsoever. Prismas would be way better than these. Bengal Rose. But I mean, these are one of those budget sets, make sure that number's right, that just keeps expanding their line for I don't know why. I wouldn't be surprised if they went up to 500 because that's, like, the new thing to do now, it seems. Let's just hit 500. Okay. Plum. The same ones are in there. Oh, well, then that's, I guess, good that when you upgrade to the 300, you're not wasting your money on more of those nasty fluorescents. That's one thing to keep in mind because those fluorescents are awful. Those would be something I would just toss in my kids' pile of things because they don't care. It's a pencil to them. I'm not really working hard to lay color down. I press a little harder, but I'm just heavy-handed, but I'm not, like, working hard. My hand's not even tired. Um, Magenta. Not deep magenta, just good old-fashioned magenta. Where are you? The color on these actually comes out quite well. Let's see, are you over here? Okay, let's see. It's number 16. Oh, it's up here with the pinks. Yeah, when they come up with names for 500 pencils, it gets kind of funny sometimes, but they've done it, like several companies have. But again, like I said, the best is Felissimo. That was just impressive, but they actually were creative with their names. They didn't have magenta or pastel pink. They actually like made some funny names. Oh, metallic. Okay, which one is this? This is metallic violet. which is right there. Oops. Trying to stay in the lines. That's very sparkly too. Like I'm still baffled how you can see the sparkle because, like I said, most of the time metallics are a real disappointment. Okay, grayish paint. Oh, right there. Perfect. Easily found. Ooh, this is like a nice antique, like a vintagey rose color. I like that. It's almost like rosy beige from Prisma. Almost. Let's see. My mom told me I could get the set of Holbeins or Lightfast. Well, you already know my answer to that because I don't like Holbeins. So, don't ask me. Let's see, lilac. Holbeins were another one where I was like, I want to love you. I need to love you. You cost so much. But no, me and Holbeins just don't get along. Okay. Then we've got purplish red. Oh, we're down here now. The pastel Holbeins. Um, yeah, they're the pastel Holbeins I don't mind too much because they're nice and soft and not all weird, but yeah. Oh yeah, Lakari's video. She and I both are not fans of Holbeins. It was so liberating when I saw hers. I was like, ah, finally, someone with more clout who agrees. I was no longer alone. Just it was lonely out there in Holbein hater land. Felt so alone for a while. I mean, but she brought up some great points when she did her video on them. Okay, grape. Ooh. So their light fast testing, they finally did release the actual results of their light fast testing for Holbein, and all that. But that wasn't the main issue I had with them. It was just one of the many because they weren't transparent about their light fast testing. And then they kept saying they used a proprietary testing that was similar to ASTM, and I'm like, well, that's groovy, but not really helpful. So like it just got annoying. But Holbein finally did come out with their actual testing information, and yeah, so they did resolve that when they released them in the US. I guess they were tired of hearing people be like, are you really light fast? Do I think they're worth the money though? Absolutely not. I think they are wildly overpriced. Unless you go to Japan where you can actually get them for a decent price. But do not pay the Blick price out here. Like, that's highway robbery. Light grape purple. That's okay. See, the polys are a great pencil. I like the polys. And I mean, I'm someone who doesn't like to layer, and I like polys. I find them to work out really well. Oh, not too bad. It's kind of a funky color, though. Okay. Yeah, if you get them on Holbein Japan, um, the problem is like back in the day before they were available in the US, it was hard to do that, but you could still get them cheaper, yes. But like the price they're at Blick and then they're open stock at Blick, holy crap. Like that's just new. But the only pencil from Holbein that I say is great is the that soft white of theirs. That is an amazing pencil. But that's about all the credit I get. Um, let's see. Deep purple. Oh, we're up here now. Um, oh, no worries, Anna. I have lots to swatch still. All you've missed is me swatching and swatching some more and really, really trying to stay in the lines. I want it to look pretty when I'm done. When I swatched those Brute Fooners by the end, I wasn't even like filling in the box all the way because I was like, my back, my hand, everything hurts. All right, light purple. I guess we're probably gonna go back over here. Not light grape. No, light purple is way down here. Not a bad color, not a bad color. It's of course nice and soft, but it's again a lighter color. Although I will say the purples so far are not scratchy like some of the greens were. Okay. Well, gotta keep drinking water and stay hydrated. Huh. Yeah, Lisa is very, very honest, and I appreciate it. I mean, really, you don't gain anything from just misleading people anyway. Like, this is great. It's just, sometimes you just have to be honest, even if you're like the only person that's saying something sucks. At least you can go to bed at night knowing you were honest. At least that's how I look at it. Okay, wisteria. Not light, but regular. That's a nice little blending group, actually, right there. I must say. There are like a ton of people riding down my road with four-wheelers tonight. Must be summer. Okay, this is light wisteria, so that interesting. It's down here. Ooh, this one has some funky blue going on in there. Yeah, there's something weird with this pencil because there's some blue coming out of it. We're gonna have to chalk that up as a possible defect, but I find it interesting because this is wisteria and this is light wisteria. Anyone see the problem with that? Light wisteria? Wisteria. Not really making sense there, but okay. You do you, Kalour. Okay, purple. Okay, purple. Let's see what this one is like. Yeah, the purples are a lot smoother than the other ones so far, which is nice because you tend to get some scratchy dark purples, and these are all staying fairly smooth. Of course, now that I said that, I'm gonna pull a scratchy one, so. Okay. Mineral violet. Oh, we're down here. Mineral violet. There is a gorgeous mineral violet in Roman Schmal watercolors. This doesn't look anything like it, but just a fun fact. This is nothing like that one. It's a pretty color though. Nice dark purple. It's like a blue leaning purple though. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure they need to be sharpened, but I'm not going to sit here and sharpen 300 pencils. And most pencils come with a funky coating on them, especially these whatchamacallit budget ones. But for the purpose of swatching, I'm not too worried about it. If I were to color a page, I would definitely um, sharpen them. So violet blue. But yeah, if I sat here and sharpened 300 pencils, well, I could use my AF mat, but I don't want to do that. But if I use like my hand crank doll over here, yep, I probably would never get around to swatching these. Hmm, not really enjoying that color. But yeah, so you can't get Zestit in the US. You can get Gamasol. Gamsol. Wow, can't talk today. But not quite the same thing. But I don't really use a lot of the liquid blending solutions myself. That's just personal preference, though. Interesting. This one's dark purple. Oh, it's actually a nice purple shade. All right, bright purple. Oh, it's down here. I've never tried Opus. Bright purple. These ones are kind of close to one another, but just slightly different. Oh yeah, the doll 133. I use that. It used to be way cheaper, and then it skyrocketed in price out of nowhere. I mean, it used to be like $10. What is this purplish blue? I see bluish purple, but I'm looking for purplish blue. Okay, is it purplish blue? Oh, there it is. Oh, I went out of the lines again. Oh well. Gonna go back with my eraser and make them all clean. This one is incredibly scratchy. I do not like it. Oh, it's giving me chills. Okay. I do like the hand sharpeners. However, I do like the AF mat a lot, and I did do a video on the AF mat showing that you don't lose a lot of lead using the AF mat. It has great stop and control. I also have a jar link. However, you do use or lose lead with a jar link. And my jar link is starting to go out, so it's starting to break my pencils, which I don't appreciate. Like it'll sharpen to the point and break the lead instead of stopping. So I'm like, okay. Thank you. But I do enjoy the doll because you are in control. Right now we're on to bluish purple. But yeah, the doll, the first time I bought the doll, it was like seriously $10. Like maybe $10 and some change, if that. And then out of nowhere, that thing like jumped over 20. And I can't remember what it is at now, but it's still not anywhere near what it used to be. Because I remember mine broke and I went to replace it, and I'm like, oh, heck no, I'm not paying that. Like, it was awful. All right. Grape purple. I know I saw grape, but I don't remember grape purple. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, the AFMAT is a really good one, but I've gone through so many Coombe sharpeners and I can't seem to find one I like. I don't know what it is about it, but I mean, I've had a few Coombs. I've even changed out the blades, thinking my blades were dull or something, but I don't know. And I mean, in all fairness, it is partially user error because I will be the first to admit I'm not using the hand sharpener the way you should. Um, and for those of you who are not used to hand sharpening, like literally you have the sharpener and the pencil, you're actually supposed to turn the sharpener, not the pencil. But I can't master that. So I turn the pencil. So it could be me. Okay, so that's tray number 5 done. So we're on tray number 6. Whew. All right. Oh, we're going back into like greenish, yellowish colors, I guess. Oh no, browns. Yep. Yes, it's a personal preference for sure with the sharpeners. And like I said, I'd probably get more out of those hand ones if I was able to master the art of turning the sharpener and not the pencil. And I seriously cannot do it. It's probably humorous to watch me try. I'm just like, ah, I just don't know. I don't have the coordination. Oh, metallic green gold. Interesting. Let's see what this one looks like. That really does have that nice little green gold hue to it. Interesting. Can't tell. Oh, yep. I see the glitter. I see the glitter. It's still there. And then we have metallic gold. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, the AFMAT, honestly, the AFMAT hasn't changed a ton in price though, or like the doll has. And they do have a lot of sales on the AFMAT. So, like, just put it in your either use the Honey app so you get the alert when the price drops, or put it in your wish list or something. But yeah, it does go on deal a lot. The gold is nice too. Metallic pale gold. So like I have a jar link because it doesn't have to be plugged in. But like I said, that one's dying. So it's starting to chew pencils, which is not cool. I'd rather it just die completely, not take my pencils down with it. Um, but the AFMAT like has to be plugged in, but it's worth it. Just got to make sure you're sitting near a plug. Brown olive. Yeah, gonna be in here. Oh, it's right here. I turn the pencil. If I try turning the sharpener, I end up breaking. Yeah, see, that's what I do. If I If I turn the sharpener like you're supposed to, I break the pencil because I'm just so not coordinated or built to do the opposite. Then I'm like, "I'm supposed to do it this way." The sharpener rules have said that you have to turn the sharpener. Oh, you got the rechargeable one. Yeah. So the rechargeable one is similar to the jar link. So just be careful on that rechargeable AFMAT because when it starts to die, it will eat your pencils. So you'll know because it'll start breaking them. But yes, there's no rules in art. That's what's great about it. And that's why it's really fun when someone tells you a rule and I'm like, there's no rules. If I want to blend these two colors, I'm going to blend these two colors. Watch me. There should be no rules ever. There's suggestions is what there are, but you don't have to follow them. Okay. Light ochre. Oh, right there. Hey, we're making pretty good time considering we got like 300 pencils to swatch tonight. I'm quite impressed. I'm glad we're getting into the browns though. I'm kind of curious. I want to see what the browns are like in this set. Okay, brick dust. That's a interesting name. Um, would have thought it would be over here near these reddish. Oh, there it is. Yeah, right under that one. Huh. Year since 2021. I mean, I've had my jar link for a while, but honestly, it's all about how often you use it. And because I tend to color hair a lot, um, and oh my gosh, I flick everything, even flowers. I tend to sharpen pencils a lot more. I feel like I definitely put some miles on my sharpeners. Metallic orange red. Yeah, that's a really pretty color. Yeah, I'm really impressed with these metallics because I normally loathe metallics. And I'm not using that word lightly. I literally loathe metallics. Like, all right, metallic pink. But these are cool. They're like soft and they're not scratchy like other metallics, and they have legit sparkle, like legit glitter. You have to get like a video of it or something, just showing the actual glitter that comes out with it. Okay. Oh, metallic ochre. Guess we're gonna hang out in this metallic section. I have, yeah, I do have one full skin tutorial using Prismas up. Um, Others are kind of mixed into live streams and color and chats, but I do have like an actual or official tutorial using a Christine Caron image and showing you how I do skin tone. A skin tone, I should say, because there's more than one. But ooh, metallic coffee. Well, I wouldn't drink metallic coffee, but I'd love to see how it looks. Could you imagine glitter in your coffee cup? They do make edible glitter. Just sprinkle some of that in my coffee every morning and have a little like glitter party. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that. Next time I make myself a little latte at home, I'm gonna sprinkle on some edible glitter. Look at that. I just came up with something fun. Warm gray. Yeah, these metallics are impressive. You throw any other brand's metallics at me and I'll say ew. But these ones like actually have sparkle and they're not scratchy and gross. They're useful. What I'll use them for, I don't know, but they are pleasant to swatch. And normally, like, I'll swatch another brand of metallics and be like, oh gosh, these are gross. I don't want anything to do with these ever. Like, I basically swatch them and then I give them to my kids. That's usually how metallics go in my household. I can't tell you how many metallic colors my kids have. Okay, this is metallic flesh tint. I'm not a fan of the name, but we'll roll with it. Yeah, Karen Valentine has a lot of skin tutorials as well. It's kind of like a tannish something rather here with this one, but it's such a weird name. Oh, a mermaid. Fun. Metallic red brown. Ooh, I like that one. But again, yeah, these are really soft. And then like the glitter that comes off of them is nuts. Blown away. A bronzer tone. I know. It's just such a weird metallic flesh tint. It's just such a weird way to name your pencil. Man. Okay, orange sienna. The Twilight Saga. Only it's too dark for Twilight Saga. They're supposed to be all pale, aren't they? I will admit I did not watch the Twilight movies. I'm sorry. I know. So not pop culture of me. Okay. All right. Now ochre. We're going up here. Gosh, I remember when Twilight came out. Well, that makes me feel old just thinking about it. Like the books, when the books came out. And that whole like Twilight Fest began. Okay, brown. Yeah, I couldn't watch the movies. I could not justify several hours of my life per movie. Like, no, sorry guys. I'm not there. But I was kind of one of those people that skipped the whole Twilight, thing anyway. It just wasn't for me. So far, the selections of browns are pretty good. I must say, chocolate. The sweetest couple. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. It's just one of those. It was in a genre that wasn't my thing. So yeah, I don't know. I couldn't watch it. I'm sorry. I had so many friends that would go to every movie on like, they'd go on like opening day. I'm like, I can't, nope. You're on your own, guys. Good luck. Or wait in line to get the book. Back when you waited in line at bookstores to get books. Now you just buy it on Kindle. Ooh, this one's off center. It's all right though. That's not too bad. Burnt umber. I was barely on camera, my bad. Okay, coffee. Ooh, always love coffee. Let's see what their color is. I'd say this is like a nice medium roast coffee here. Speaking of which, do they have an espresso color? Don't see it. Obsessed with Twilight. I know there was people like super obsessed. I mean, it was like it actually became like a lifestyle. Light reddish brown. But I don't think there's ever been like a book or a movie series that I've ever found myself just like that enamored with. So I never got it when people would be super obsessed with a whole series. I'm like, I don't get it. Okay, burgundy. I know I saw that one somewhere. Is it in the reds? Yep, it's over here in the reds. I love coffee. I do. I do. Not gonna lie. So I had replaced my old coffee pot that broke with a Keurig because I figured I'm the only one that drinks coffee, so I might as well go back to just making one cup. But I cannot stand K cup pods. Like no matter what brand, just it's the way it brews. It's just wrong. So I ended up buying a coffee pot, and I'm gonna just sell my Keurig because yeah, I need to be able to like grind my own coffee beans and go back to that lifestyle. uh, first world problems. Okay, aubergine. Team Edward. Yeah, see, like, so like when people get like that way, they'll be on teams for the shows. I've never been that way. I don't know. I guess for me, I'm like, I don't care. End up with who you want. But I get it. It was a big thing. It just wasn't for me, is what it was. Ooh, DeLonghi True Brew. What's that? India Red. Ugh. What's funny is my hand that's swatching isn't tired. It's my finger that's holding this down that is cramping. Uh, I'm like, wow, I'm getting a real finger cramp right now. And yes, I am in the US. Hmm. Interesting color. It blends nicely though. I'm curious what's in the middle of those. Okay, tan. I have a feeling I gotta switch sheets again. Yep, I do. We are over here. Oh yeah, I looked at the Nespressos. Um, but I don't know. I just enjoy grinding my own coffee beans, and then I mean there's just certain like specialty beans you can't get in pods anyways. And yeah, you can get those pods where you fill them with the grinds, but it just doesn't brew the same. Doesn't brew to the way I like it, I guess I should say. But like when my older daughter went to Hawaii, she brought back a ton of great Kona coffees in whole bean, of course. And yeah, I'd like to enjoy those the right way. Brownish red. Um, I mean, right now I'm going to keep these because I want to test them out, color a few pages, color a portrait with them. The way they're holding their point, I might be able to do some hair with them as well and play around that way. And then we'll go from there. Thing is, like, so having a YouTube channel, we tend to buy a lot of pencils. Um, but I mean, a person can only use so many pencils or want to use them. So often, like, if I give something to the kids, it's not necessarily because it's like a bad pencil. It's just I have so many others that get more love. But we'll see how these ones play out. But I always like to hang on to them for a while and do my review. I mean, you guys know by now, I don't review right away. I don't give a crap if I review something 3 years later. I'm not in a rush. Like, I want to give it ample time and play around with it so I can give you my honest opinion. But then, yeah, if I end up giving it to my kids, it's not necessarily because it's a bad pencil. It's just I have my go tos. So it just kind of depends. But I mean, I had the Derwent Pro Color for a long time, and then they were never used, and now they're one of my top used pencils. So never say never. Yeah, coffee from Hawaii. She always brings me, 'cause she goes every summer to Hawaii, but she always brings me some good Kona, and I'm just like, oh. And of course, it's affordable out there to buy it. It's expensive to import it. Deep magenta. Where would you hang out? Oh, you'd be hanging out right there. Crayola, I tried the other day. They're actually not bad. I have a hair tutorial on my channel using Crayola. They work excellently for hair, but I mean, in all fairness, all of these budget pencils are are kids' pencils. At the end of the day, I mean, no one can use these for commissioned artwork. Um, they just don't have the pigment or light fast testing to back it up. Okay, what tray number is that? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we just finished tray 6. So now I'm on to tray 7. I actually have to like dig deep in here now to get them out. But we still have a few trays in there, so maybe it will be 9. We'll see. Oh, isn't that a weird name? Burnt brick, but not with a K. Brick or britch. Red. Ah, yep, Emily is in Texas. Where is this burnt brick with a weird name? It's gotta be over here. Burnt brick. Hmm. It's also number, that 13. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's in the reds. Oh, it is in the reds. That was my bad. It's either Miss it What's funny though is, okay, so on her color chart, she wrote brick red, and yeah, so either it's a typo or my K just got, I don't know. But on her color chart, it's spelled brick. It's kind of like all those Holbein knockoffs for pastels, they have like misspelled words. It's kind of funny. You're like, that's not quite how you spell that word, but okay. Oh, it's a really pretty color. The burnt brick britch. I'm gonna call it the burnt britch. Ooh, Silver gray. Now I think I'm gonna have to change sheets again. Yep. What's interesting is so this tray has like we got more metallics coming up, greens and blues. So I'm gonna be switching between my two charts. Okay, so silver gray. I am very interested to see all the grays that are in here because for Pete's sake, you have 300 colors. Please tell me there's a French gray or two in here. Please. I love French grays. But from looking at the names, I don't know. We'll see. Metallic pale violet. Oh, that one's right there. I'm not sure how many trays are left. I'm not counting because we've got people with bets on it. There's 8 or 9 in there total. So I either have 2 or 3 left. Watch, there's 10 trays. I don't know. I'm definitely halfway through the tin, but gosh, I still have quite a few white spots, so I don't know. Metallic light purple. We shall see. How many trays were in the 240 set? Did someone say it was like 6 or something like that? That's a pretty one too. Okay. Now we are on to green gray. Just here at the bottom. Ooh, it's not really green, but it's a pretty gray. I literally see no green undertones here though. It's like got more purplish going on. I don't know. That's a wacky name for that one. 7 trays in the 240. Okay. Let's see, metallic indigo. It's right there. Probably gonna click on my studio light here in a sec because it's starting to get a little dark outside from the storm. Ooh, wow, that indigo is luscious. Hang on, let me get my light on. There we go. Yeah, that sparkle is ugh. Wish I could catch it on camera. And like the perfect light of day, if I had that nice light, it would catch it. Okay, metallic blue. That's kind of a nice, pretty blue, actually. Ooh, metallic teal. What's that one look like? Well, we're gonna find out because it's next. Your last guess was 12 or 10. Oh my gosh, if there's 12, I'm gonna cry. I will cry on this live stream. Pull out tears, and they will not be crocodile tears because I'm like, no, I thought I was so close to the end. Oh my gosh, 12 trays. That would be like reliving the Brute Fooner 520 adventure, and I'm not doing that ever again. All right, light sea green. That might be on this other one. Let's see if I can find it on here first. 115. Oh, no, it's on this one. The number genius, yeah. Well, if I paid attention and actually counted how many were on each tray, I could do some math, but I actually suck at math no matter what. So, yeah, I don't know. Clover green. Interesting. I'm wondering because I'm noticing where I'm coming at right now into these trays, they're starting to like bounce all over the place between green and blue. So I'm wondering if these are the colors that are after what's in the 240 set. No, that doesn't make sense because you would have to have some blacks and grays in the other set. So never mind. I have no idea why they put them in there this way. It was a good theory for a minute. Clover. All right. See how this one looks. It's definitely a good clover green. A little scratchy though. Not too bad. Okay. Mint green light. Ooh, that's a really pretty one. Now that is definitely mint green light. It's a very pretty pastelish color. I like that one. Okay. Metallic grass green. That's right there. It's crazy. They even have like metallic colors you can blend with one another because of the range of metallics. Of course, now I'm curious what ones are in the 50 count set. Okay. Now we are on to light olive. Oh my gosh, my back hates me. I can feel it. Um, Not matcha. I need light olive. Where are you? You gotta be somewhere in. Oh, there you are. At the bottom. The 50 Brute Funer macaroons. I did grab those. Man, there was like that pastel pencil rush for a while there, and everyone was coming out with pastels. But I will say, my favorite so far are the Indra 72 ones. Just the pastels. They're 72 pastels, but they're smooth and nice. Those are my favorite. I do like the Castle Art ones, but again, Castle Art is ridiculously overpriced. Kiwi green. I know Castle Art's trying to compete with the big boys, but they just can't, so they need to accept it and lower their price tag. Just bring that back down. Oh, no problem, Silverleaf. And thank you everyone for keeping me company while I swatched 300 pencils in a single sitting. Oh, olive green. There'll just be a permanent imprint of me on my art chair here when I'm done. Luckily, it's a cozy chair, thank goodness. I got a cozy art studio chair, 'cause if I was, like, sitting on one of those, like, stools or something, oh, this would never happen. Okay, pale green. You're in here somewhere. Or maybe you're not. No, it's gotta be here. It's just right in front of me is what it is. Or 196. Since we know they have typos on their pencils. Oh, It's because it's way over here. I would not call this pale green, but okay. I mean, after a while, I guess you run out of things to say, so we'll just let you have it, Kalour. 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 It is kind of a cute name. Brand name, I mean, not the pencil name. Bottle green. I know that one's down here. Yeah, I do regret my castle art purchases other than the pastel tints. I did enjoy those. I just yeah, the price, I'm like, "Why? Why?" But yeah, like my castle art, soft touch, I don't like. I think I've reviewed those, so I guess I can destash those. I don't think I've reviewed the gold ones yet. I keep meaning to do that. I mean, the gold ones aren't bad. It's just the price. The price is what I'm like makes them bad. Aquamarine. Like if they're priced similar to this brand, then I would be like, yeah, they're not bad. Other than the Castle Art Soft Touch, I can't stand those things. They're dusty and ew. They're not for me. This green, by the way, is incredibly scratchy. And this is not aquamarine. I know that's what they called it, but it's not even close. Yeah, there was a point where Castle Art was affordable. Back when I bought the Soft Touch, gosh, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they weren't bad. But yeah, as their prices went up, I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. All right, mineral green. This actually might be. Um, our Castle Art just scratchy and cheap like Crayola. The Soft Touch I find is really scratchy, but also very dusty. And that's a big problem when you're heavy-handed like I am. You don't need more dust than you're already creating with your heavy-handedness. What the heck is this color? Is it in the blue side? Um, oh, yep, it's on the blue side. That's why. Yeah, the aquamarine's not even close. It's like miles away. Okay, we're on mineral green. 1, 2, 3, mineral green. See, like they just should have swapped those. This should be aquamarine, and then this should be mineral green. Okay, teal. I have to sharpen this one. It's all off kilter. They do sharpen quite nicely, though. I'll give them that. In fact, a little too sharp on that one. I'll have to be gentle. But yeah, they do come to a fine point. I'm curious what the millimeter of the lead is. It's pretty tiny. I need to look that up. But it's definitely because I can tell just by sharpening it, it's a pretty small millimeter. Smaller than your average Joe. All right. Prussian green. Probably, are we back over here? Yep, we're back onto my green sheet. Okay, where did you go? I just saw you. Oh, it's up here. All right, the Prussian green. It's kind of a Prussian green. Not really, though. And it's very scratchy. I'm trying to turn it a little just to see if I'm just hitting the wrong spot. Sometimes those budget pencils, you just gotta turn them a little. Get that scratchy off. It's not a bad color though. Interesting. All right. Emerald green. No, pencils do not dry out. However, as for going bad, depends on the pencil. I mean, a pencil won't like, you won't open it and have it mold on it or anything like that. But a lot of like really cheap pencil sets can like change color over time. So that's their way of going bad per se. The color will kind of change out, but if you're talking like your artist grade pencils, no. And even like ones like this probably wouldn't, but I have seen pencils a few years later change color. Dark bluish green. Just don't store them in the sun or heat. This has got to be, oh, it's right there. Yeah, it's the fillers, and a lot of the fillers are temperature sensitive or light sensitive. So put them in a case, put them away somewhere where they're going to be in the dark. I know it's sad, they're just sitting alone in the dark, but they need to be in the dark and not near any like high temperatures. This one is incredibly scratchy, but it's a really pretty color. And to get past the fact that you just scratched the tooth of your paper. All right. Medium green. I have a feeling a lot of these greens are going to be quite similar, but there is a crap ton of greens in that. like like with these big sets though, it's kind of like one breaks or one runs out. You have one close enough you could just replace it with. It's not going to be a big deal. All right. Bluish green. Ooh, I like this color. And actually looks really nice next to that Prussian green. Okay. Turquoise is right there. I haven't tried the mark art myself. Quite a few people have. They just aren't one of the ones I've tried. These are all getting sort of close, but there's just slight variations. All right, now we are on to greenish gray, which I figured would be over there, but I guess not. It's over here somewhere. 168. Oh, it's up top here. Good night, Brooke. Yes, it's a very good point, Evelyn. Don't need to be snobby with the pencils because it's all about the hobby. I mean, heck, I used Crayola the other day and thought they were better than some of these other pencils that I paid way more for. Uh, but yeah, life's too short to be a pencil snob. Of course, you can have your favorites, and there's nothing wrong with that. But no one has to ever look down on anyone because they use a certain color or not certain color. I meant a certain brand. I'm looking for a color, so that's why the word is on my mind right now. Greenish blue. Are you going to be in with the greens or are you going to be in with the blues? I guess we're going to find out. Oh, you're in with the blues. It is, where did it go? Right there. The Timu 520 Brute Fooner, that's, I think it's the same Brute Fooners that used to be on Amazon. They weren't bad. They're just not something I want to use all the time. So like I said, I gave them to my kids, but those colors were very close to one another though by the end. But 520 colors, I mean, you can only go so far. Great blue, it's up here. But yeah, those 520, the nice thing about that is you could definitely like run out of one color and replace it with its neighbor and no one be the wiser. Because they were so close. This one is really scratchy. Okay. You chartreuse. Hi, by the way, Emily. uh, I know. How dare I use chartreuse? Oh, oh. All right. Black. Don't be surprised, but it is indeed black. Hmm. Hey, you know, chartreuse and prisma is actually a very pretty color. Uh, this black is kind of dry feeling. It's weird. Weird indeed. Okay, finally finished this tray. Oh my god. I don't even know what number I'm on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that was 7. Oh, so now we're on tray 8. Whew. Lotus gray. Ooh, look at these. These are nice grays. I like these grays. Although it's really more of a beige, but whatever. Okay. Metallic silver. It's up here. Yep, still nice and smooth. That's crazy about their metallics. Okay, light gray. It's getting easier because now I can just look for the little squares that aren't colored. There's fewer to look through. The 150, you can't find a swatch chart for the 150. Light brownish gray. Wait a minute. Why is that colored in? Okay, I'm gonna have to set that one aside because there's something wonky with my light brownish gray. Okay, mist gray. Mist gray is up here. All right. No, I don't think it's a duplicate. I think it's one of those ones where the names were so close to one another that I like swapped them. So I just need to see which one I accidentally put in there. All right, cyan gray. Because like I said, a lot of these have names that are really close. So you got to check the number as well. And on that one, I clearly did not. So we'll see which one I accidentally swapped it with. Hey, 300 pencils and one only misswatched. I count that as a win. All right, smoky gray. It's, yeah, I guess kind of smoky, but meh. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one's just gray. Oh, do I think it's because of the language? Yes and no. I mean, I've seen pencils made in, Britain and all that that have names that I necessarily am not like agreeing with, but most of the time, yes, it's because they're manufactured in China and it's just kind of funky. I don't know. But let's see, lead gray 193. Oh shoot, my eraser's downstairs, I think. Oh no, actually, I think I brought it up here. Because obviously I'm going to have to erase the one that's misswatched. Can't leave it there. Orange gray. That's an interesting one. I'm not seeing any orange undertones. I mean, it is like a French gray for sure. So it's got that like little brownish tinge to it. But some of these names, I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. So it has, oh, okay. So the 300 set has more grays than the 240. Well, that's good to know. I guess they had to make it up somewhere, right? I would be curious to know which are all the different colors. Like, are you just getting a ton of grays or what? But I mean, if you're feeling like your 240 set doesn't have enough grays, that's because they're probably hiding over here in this 300 set. Ooh, earth tone. I know I just saw that one. Not earth gray, earth tone. Where did you go? Oh, it's up here. This tin, though, I can't believe how freaking big it is. All right, metallic yellow ochre. I think this is, nope, we have one more metallic, and then that will be all the metallics in this set. This is actually a really pretty one. I like it. It looks really nice against the metallic red-brown. Huh, interesting. Well, the light brownish gray is the one that I think I swapped with something else. So I need to see what square is left empty at the end of this and swap them. Which reminds me, oh, yay. My eraser is here. So I'll be able to use that. Cinnamon. I was kind of worried I took that back downstairs. Would have had to go text a kid to fetch it for me. That's the great thing about your kids. Once they have cell phones, you can just send them a message, bring me this. Or even better, if you have an Alexa, you just use your Alexa app and make an announcement. Oh, my kids love me. Okay, so this is the last metallic in here, and it's metallic purple black. It's definitely got like a grayish tinge, but you can see the purple in it. It's very interesting color. Huh. Let's see if that one doesn't have as much of like the glitter as the other ones, but it's really pretty. Oh yeah, you got to use Alexa. That's the whole point. That's why we have one in every room. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. All right, maroon. But we kind of, in our house, we use the Alexa as like a intercom system too. So it's kind of nice, like you want to just drop in on one of your kids who are upstairs and tell them something. You don't have to, get off your butt and do it. So it's a nice little break. So here's light brownish red, and I think that's what I swapped with the light. Nah, I don't know. We'll find out. Reddish brown. Oh, move that out of the way. And driven her nuts. I mean, my kids, there was a point where I was like, okay, no more. Stop calling me on the Alexa. But here's the rule. See, right? Like, I'm allowed to call my kids on the Alexa. However, they need to get off their butts and come and talk to me. So it's totally fair in this house. Remember once I told my son, I was like, why are you calling me on this thing? Come and talk to me. And then he comes down, he's like, hey, Mom, you don't ever come. It's because I'm Mom. I don't have to get up. I've worked all day. I'm allowed to sit here and not move. Ooh, dark coffee. Yeah, I'd say that looks like a nice dark roast. They should have just called it dark roast coffee. Been a little more fun with it. That orange sienna is an interesting color. Okay, dark brown. This one is off center. I'm gonna make it work. Maybe. Let's see. These do have quite the sheen to them. Like when my studio light hits it, I'm noticing it. Good night, Us and Huffs. Get some sleep. Yes, that's my espresso. Okay, Beaster. I know since they cut my hours at work, it's semi nice because I'm like, well, I still wake up at the same time, but I don't like have to rush off to work. So I'm like, man, I'm not really needed right now. But it's also like ruining my routine. I'm like, what do I do with myself? I should be working at this time. You just finished your chores. Goodness gracious, what chores were you doing? And I have some here if you want, because my son will be gone on that rafting trip, and I don't know what I'm going to do without him. He's my handiest for chores. It's like, do you really have to go on a rafting trip? Don't you want to stay home and like vacuum and do all that fun stuff? Take out the trash. Empty the dishwasher, because nobody enjoys that job. Let's see. Oh, bronze. Hi, Thomas. Oh, yes, I know you had that rocky morning, Melissa. Oh my gosh, this morning, so I was making a bunch of new waxes because I'm getting all the scents for July for my Etsy store done in batches. But I mean, there's so many different scents that I'm making that my house, you walk in and it was like just you're hit with a wave of way too many different essential oils. I was like, oh my gosh. It was quite interesting. I'm still smelling them now. I think they're in my pores. It smelled good. It was just very overwhelming. All right, lamp brown. I don't think I've ever seen something called lamp brown. I've seen lamp black. This does kind of have the grayish tone like a lamp black too, but not quite. Still a little bit. This is more, honestly, this reminds me of like espresso from Prisma. Umber gray. Right there. Okay. Then we have dark gray violet. I'm very interested to see what that is. Oh, it's over here. This is an interesting color. You can see the purple undertone in it. It's kind of crazy. It's a weird color though. I don't think I've seen a color like that before. Huh. I know on camera it looks black, but it has like this really dark purple vibe to it. It's interesting. Huh. Deep greenish gray. Hi, Thomas. Oh, I like this one. It's a nice dark green. All right, now we're on dark brownish gray. Oh, we're back over here. Bouncing around. I mean, I wish these were on a single sheet because I do prefer that with all my swatches, but those would have been some really small boxes. Not to say I won't convert it to that myself, but still. Okay. Dark gray. Might be over here. Oh, yeah, it's right there. It's definitely a dark gray. Okay, and then slate gray. There are a ton of grays in this. Yeah, I mean, a 300 count set is a lot of pencils, so that, I mean, it overwhelms me. Oh my gosh, this tray doesn't want to come out. No, come out. All right, there we go. Okay, so we just finished tray 8. So we are now on tray 9. And now we're swapping all the way back to the pinks and purples. The order these are in is just something else. Okay. Ballet slippers. That makes sense because they have them in numerical order. So like this color here, ballet slippers, would be a new color to those who have the 240 set. Plum purple. I knew I saw you like an hour ago. Where are you now? Oh, it's right there under ballet slippers. Oh my gosh. And brain done. All right. Not bad. So it looks like, looking at the tray that I have right now in front of me, which I think is the final tray in here. Let's see. Is there anything? Nope, sorry. There's 2 trays left. Oh. It looks like they're all over 240. So these are all going to be the colors that you wouldn't have, because so far I haven't seen one under 240. So 254 wouldn't have if you have the other set, is what I mean. Blusher. There are some people who have said that they are the same as the Brute Fooner, sold under a different name, or because they're manufactured at the same plant. I've already put out some questions to the team for the company, so I will find out. Pink macaroon, 247. So if these are all the new colors from the 240 set, so far they're actually not bad. Electric pink. They're actually filling some gaps. I know those look close, but they're not really in person. These two, however, do look a lot alike. Yeah, so does that mean there's 11 trays? I don't know. We'll do final count when they're all on the floor in front of me. There's so much to track. Apricot. It's a nice color. Okay. Tangerine. Okay, real quick. That makes me think. What was that last one I did? Dark gray violet. Okay, so I think I have figured it out, why they're in the tin the way they are. So when they were first all in a reasonable order, it was what was happening is once we got back around and it swapped back to like the greens and blues again out of nowhere, that was hitting the 120 set. And then the last few trays were the new ones that went from the 120 to the 240 set. And now the last trays we're on are the new colors from the 240 to the 300 set. So I have now figured out why they are in this wacky order, in case you're curious. Because the last one that I swatched was within the 240 range. So I mean the last tray before it went back to wacky colors. So yes, that's why they are organized that way. As you get to each new tray or level, you're starting a new set. Not necessarily, you might be in the middle of one of the trays, but that's why they're in this funky order. So that you can easily tell what is new and what is not. But it's still a really dumb way to put it together. So Just throwing that out in the universe. I have figured it out, but I still think it's silly. Just put them in order for Pete's sake. Okay, pumpkin red. But yeah, that explains why they are super wacky. Ooh, I like this, but I wouldn't call this pumpkin red. There's not much red to that, like at all, but okay. All right, light coral. But now I can sleep tonight because I figured out why they're in this wacky order. And I'm not joking, it really would have kept me up and bothered me. There's sometimes I'll be like, why is it in this order? It could be like they're pulling, but the tray colors are different in the other set. So the 240 set, they're blue colored trays. In the 120 set, they're like what, orange? So it's not like they're pulling the trays per se, but they would just be pulling the pencils. I don't know. It'd just be, it probably does help with manufacturing, but for the, people who don't know their color families or are new to this kind of thing, it's a very confusing and awkward way to put pencils together. Let's see. So we got our cream. I would not call this cream, but okay. In fact, looking above, they really don't have a butter yellow is okay, I guess, but it's not cream cream. Okay, butterscotch. It's actually a really pretty, like, peachish color. Dusky flesh. So yeah, if you have the 240 set, all these ones I've been swatching last few minutes are not in your set. These would be what would be new to you. So iron yellow you would think would be with the yellows, but it's not. Let's see, iron yellow, where are you? Oh, it's over here with the browns. Yeah, I guess it works. It's kind of more of an ochreish type color, but still. Okay. Feeling I'm gonna have to go back to my other one. Yep, because it's creamsicle. Okay. This one is creamsicle. It's actually a pretty color. They added a lot of lighter flesh tones, but these are really close to one another. Like I could honestly swap it out and not notice. I don't know if that one was necessarily worth it. Rice yellow. This one might be a cream color. It's more of an ivory. It's pretty though, and definitely needed because they don't really have anything like it. So that's a good one to have in there. Okay, now we're back to our greens. Looks like there's a ton of greens still. So light ginger yellow is right there. This is honestly like chartreuse. Speaking of, It is quite bright. It is really close to that one. Honey. Oh, let's see. Where is that? It's up here. That's not too bad, but also it's pretty close to that olive yellow. A slight difference, but still. Okay, pear green is down here. This is a nice one. It's really earthy. I like it. And then we have light matcha. Does anyone like matcha tea? I've tried it. I can't drink it. Like, it's not for me. I'm curious if there's anyone out there that actually just can drink it. Bud green. This one's kind of scratchy. It's very similar to the spring green below it, but just a little bit different. Yeah, I find it quite yucky. I know it's like the hot new thing to drink, but okay, this is called mustard, but this is green. This is like pale sage. This isn't even close. What kind of freaky mustard are we eating over here? This is not mustard. Maybe mustard leaves? I don't know. I like chai. Oh, here's their chartreuse. That's not chartreuse, but honestly, like one of these colors down here would have been more chartreuse than this. Light turquoise. Wonder if what happened was in all the other sets they've come out with, they've used the proper names up. So now they're just like, well, we're going to slap this name on it because it's not used yet. That's why there's a green mustard. All right. And then this one is just green. How funny. In the 300 count set, you get the one called green, and it's really not a traditional green by any means. It reminds me of like a Terra Verde color. Okay, Bondi Blue. Actually, I think I know where that one is. I think probably what happened, I mean, because they do have quite a few pencils here. You know, the proper name for the color would have been, or that would have been proper, was already used in another color in the set. So they're like, well, screw it. We'll just throw this one in there. I can see that going down. I mean, not saying it's the right way to go about it, but that's why we get green mustard. These two blues are really close. I don't know if I would necessarily like these two here. We have Kalour Blue. So this is like their brand blue. It's actually a really pretty blue. All right, light indigo. It's not Grey Poupon. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these names I'm like, alrighty then. All right, Aegean blue. It's a pretty color. Okay, what I thought was the last tray is not, but I'm pulling it out. Okay, so there were officially 10 trays. Did anyone guess that off the bat? 10 trays? Bloody red. So yeah, 10 trays total. So well, there you go. That is way too many trays. Whew. And they nestle in there so nice and they're all tucked in there. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the stream, it is a beefy box. That was your second guess. Okay, inky gray. So we got to go back over to this sheet. Oops, sorry. Try not to make anyone dizzy. So I guess that's 30 pencils a tray? Okay. Finch gray. And then we're almost to the point where I can see what the heck is supposed to go here, so I can swap them out. Okay, violet ultramarine. Wait a minute. So just a fun note, this is really dumb. There's violet ultramarine and ultramarine violet. So again, this is why you would have to look at the numbers because both of these are going to be in the 300 set that are in addition to what's in the 240 set. And they just flippin' swapped the names. That almost aggravates me. Because that's one where like you could easily like swatch the wrong one, you know, especially when you're swatching 300 pencils at once. That's easy. That's just too easy to screw up. It's not a cool mind game. Oh, 264. So now we're on the ultramarine violet, not violet ultramarine. At least they got them accurate and made this one more blue. Otherwise, that would have been really, Okay, periwinkle. Earlier there was a better periwinkle color, but this isn't bad. I think it's pretty cute. And yes, I did just describe a color as cute. Eggplant. But I have swatched over like 250 pencils. So colors can be cute now. Okay. Pink lilac. I know I saw you. Oh, you're right there. Not to be confused with purple lilac. It's a really pretty color, though. Reminds me a lot of the lavender from Prisma. light grape. Okay, purple lilac. That's a pretty one too. I like that one. I would say they're missing something similar to like grade lavender, but I do still have some more purples, so we'll see if one's hiding in here somewhere. Here's light eggplant. Yeah, I wouldn't say, oh, this could be close to grade lavender, but not quite. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, I'm kind of curious on the orange purple too. uh, bright wisteria. What is orange purple? Because if you were to mix orange and purple, you indeed make brown. So I'm kind of curious what a orange purple pencil color is. We will find out shortly because it's got to be in this tray. This is light flush. Oh, I like this color. This is nice. This is actually a really pretty color. It kind of goes really well with that grayish pink. Like vintagey. Oh, here's the orange purple. It kind of reminds me of what you would get if you mixed orange and purple, to be honest. It's like got a muddy, funky color to it. I don't know how to describe this right now. But yeah, that does look like what would happen if you were to mix those. Although with watercolor it would look a lot more brown. Okay, rust. Must be on the other one. Oh, are you talking about why they're discontinuing and replacing those Prisma colors? Yeah, it's just the pigments. However, the new ones, honestly, are super close to the old ones. Like, so if you are really attached to the old ones, don't worry, it's not that big of a leap. It's just they couldn't get their hands on the pigment. It's not like back in the day where they discontinued decent colors. Dusky chocolate. I don't know if I would eat a dusky chocolate, but the color's nice. This would be good for skin tone as well. Orange purple is not a nice color. I know that's kind of weird, but it has like a vintagey thing. Like it goes with that little three set of colors. But yeah, I'm not really sure what they were thinking there. Camel yellow. This one is very close to the brown olive. It's just a teensy bit yellowish, but still. Then this one is labeled as mahogany, but it is awfully light for a mahogany. And it's really close to that brown olive. Oh, yam. Yeah, it does kind of have that look of cinnamon. Cinnamon from Polly's is what you're talking about, right? I wouldn't call this a yam. But okay, we'll roll with it. Okay, earth gray. Oh, it's down here. We are almost to the finish line. Looks like the rest of them will be grays, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, those are like practically the same. Ice gray. Oh, you're right there. The orange purple, it's a vintage, like it's got a vintagey vibe. It could work, and actually, you could use that orange purple as a color correction for a skin tone. Ooh, I like this nice gray. I like the color of that one. Okay, now we have lime, which is up here. Not really a lime color, but again, like I said, I think they went to a point where they're like, oh shoot, the right color is used already. Yellow, green, gray. Oh, it's right here. Well, actually, this is a lot like pale sage. Definitely has that look to it. Dusky gray. Gesso gray. Yeah, so I guess a lot of grays come in this set. But these are pretty decent ones, other than the Earth and the Lotus one, which are practically the same to me. Dusky gray blue. But I mean, it's a good balance of grays that they added, so I'll give them that. Pewter green. Ew, this one's really scratchy though. Yeah, it's a pretty color though, and it rounds out this whole section of colors, but ooh, that was painful to lay down. These are softer, I would say, softer leads. I wouldn't call them hard by any means. I wouldn't call them like, they're not like Prisma soft, but they're definitely softer. This one's army green. Okay, parakeet. My gosh, I can't believe how many greens are in this set. It's a lot of green, but a lot of the greens are pre-300. In fact, a lot of them are before the 240. Oh, this one doesn't want to come out. Come on. Don't play that game. There we go. Ocean blue. There we go. Yeah, this one's way off center. No. So I've had a few that have been off center, but that one's pretty close there. Okay, I did find, so the one that I had missing was the light brownish grays. So what happened was is I swapped light brownish red and light brownish gray. So I'm just going to quickly erase this one. And hey, we'll get to see how well they erase. Of course, this is a really staining color. so it doesn't erase great. Okay, so this is the light brownish gray. I am not going to go fish through 300 pencils to find the other one. I'll do that another day. You saw what it looked like before I erased it. It's fine. It's a nice deep red. Okay, so let me remove all this real quick. And then I'll zoom out so you guys can see all of these. Hang on. Gotta move all these things out of the way. And then zoom out. Whoa. Or zoom out really quick. I hope no one got motion sickness there. Okay. So that is 300 colors. Holy shimoly. Actually, I think I'm zoomed out too far. Really, there's a ton of green in here. I mean, like a ton. But like I said, a lot of these greens were before even the 240 set. So yeah, that it was already green heavy. But I mean, the metallics are pretty. The fluorescents, those of you who watch me swatch them, these things are crap. I don't know what's wrong with these. But it's a really pretty array of colors. It's a lot of colors. Trust me, I know because I feel it in my wrists. But yeah, like so when I was initially swatching, I was like, oh, that's a lot of yellow. But really, you know what? For 300 count set, there's not a ton of yellow, and that's not a bad thing. They've actually split it quite well because they have their greenish yellows, they have their yellow ochres, and then they kind of left the yellows here and they didn't go crazy with it. So I actually applaud that. And then yes, on the purples, they have like done a ton of purple and a lot of purple pinks as well. And the range of pinks are actually really nice. This is the one I'm gonna have to go find, but it's a nice red color. But I like the purple selection because they have some genuine good purples. And I do like these vintagey ones. I just like the look of them. They kind of have like that ash rose, but oh, oh Melissa. But blues as well. Like, I mean, because look at we still have purples coming all the way up through here, but blues, they have a ton of blue and the cool and warm side of things. And then even their teals, that's actually not bad. And then yeah, with the greens, I'm loving that they have a ton of earthy greens down here as well as traditional. So they have a really good warm and cool selection. And then browns, I think they did fine on brown. I don't think there's really anything missing. And they've included a lot of good colors for darker skin tones. So that's not too bad, to be honest. And then the grays, these two, they're practically the same thing, although one seems a little more brown. I will say for grays, I feel like they kind of flopped on the grays. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Like about the only thing that makes sense is their cool grays. Like, look, they got a nice collection that makes sense, and then the rest you're like, what the heck are we doing? So those are kind of wacky. But and then I like the metallics. So yeah, it's not bad. I'll have to play around with them and I will do a review, of course, after I use them. This was just me swatching them. Whew. But yeah, I don't understand how they messed up with gray when they had 300 slots because they do have some colors that get changed out. But to be honest, no one ever seems to get the grays right except Prisma. Just saying, Prisma's got it down. 150 colors and they still got the best grays. Like, I don't know. But it's a pretty cute set. I'll need to do some comparisons and see if it's worth jumping from the 240 to the 300. But it's just one of those things like, I don't know. Poly is okay, but I still feel that Prisma has the best grays. Personal, of course. It's always everyone's opinion, but I personally feel like the grays are better in my Prisma set, but the polys do have some good ones. So yeah, and then the metallics. I for once have swatched a metallic I enjoyed. Hmm. Because normally I just throw those in the kid pile, but the fluorescents, these are the biggest waste of space. Like Kalour needs to just pull these out and then put some French grays up in there, and then they're fine. So yeah, well, thanks guys for hanging out with me. It only took almost 4 hours, but I made it and survived. So I'll take a picture of this in the morning when I have better lighting, so you guys can see all the differences in color and whatnot. But thank you everyone for hanging out tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. So until next time, bye.